If you're in the market to buy a home, the government has just done you a huge favor. If you want to know what I'm talking about, keep watching. As of this morning, the federal government announced that they are expanding the insured mortgage rules. Now, what I mean by that is, under the old rules, you needed a minimum of 20% down on anything that was over $1 million. Obviously, you still needed to qualify, you still needed to be able to make the payments, but you needed a minimum of 20% down or you could not buy it. But under $1 million, you were able to get what's called uninsured mortgage. So that means you're putting less than 20% down, you're still able to buy the home, you just need to buy mortgage insurance on top of it. And yes, that is a bit of an extra expense, but because saving is so tough, especially when you're talking about 20%, it really helped a lot of folks be able to get into especially their first home. So under the previous rules, you needed at least 5% down on the first $500,000 and then 10% down on the balance up to $1 million. So if you were trying to buy a $1.2 million home, which, let's be honest, if you're in Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, Maple Ridge, Port Moody, that's basically the bare minimum if you're looking at any kind of detached home, let alone a townhome. So under the old rules, on $1.2 million, you needed $240,000 cash as a down payment available to you. But now, under these new rules, you only need $95,000 cash. So that's a huge difference for those folks who can qualify at that level, but just maybe haven't had enough time to save that much of a down payment up. In particular, if you're someone who maybe isn't able to get help from your parents or older relatives or that kind of thing, this could be a huge benefit to you because, of course, not everyone has that ability. So on that $1.2 million purchase scenario, that's $145,000 that you don't need to have saved up at the time of purchase. The government has done a lot this year and to help fix affordability or to claim that they're trying to fix affordability. This is one of the things that I think will actually make a substantial difference because it's a common discussion that we have with folks that, they make a great income, they're wanting to get into a home, but they need something that fits their family, for example, and they need something that's a little bit bigger, but they just don't have that 20% down payment. Now, does this mean that you're taking on more mortgage? Yeah, absolutely, because the price is the price. You're still paying that 1.2 million or whatever it is to purchase the home, but it just makes it that much easier to get your foot in the door, especially as a first-time home buyer. The second announcement that they made today, which I think will also make a difference, is they're extending 30-year amortizations to first-time home buyers and anybody that is buying a brand new build. So while that means over the total lifetime of the mortgage, yes, you are paying more interest, and it can be significant, it also means that you can keep your monthly payments as low as possible and still be able to get into that home. It also means it's much easier to qualify when you extend that amortization period another 5 years. So while these efforts aren't going to necessarily make homes more affordable, it is going to make buying a home more attainable for a lot of folks. And in my mind, that's a positive change. The more people that have the opportunity to buy, the better. We know that it's tough here, and changes like this have the possibility to actually make a significant difference. So kudos to the federal government on this one. They've actually done something that might really make a difference for once.